there are really clear lessons that needed to be learned and hopefully have been learned. If we heed those lessons and we have good corporate memory of what we did not do as well and what we could do better, the only trouble is that my experience over the decades that I've been involved with this is that corporate memory of these things sometimes wanes the way immune responses to the virus wane, and people forget what went wrong, and then you wind up getting into the same situation you were in to begin with. So I don't mean to be pessimistic about it, but I really think we've got to keep reminding ourselves that, we don't know when the next outbreak is going to be. It could be a year from now, it could be 30 years from now, but we still have to be perpetually prepared.
The breaking news, stay at home. That is the order tonight from 4 state governors as the coronavirus pandemic spreads. New York, California, Illinois, and Connecticut all ordering non-essential employees to stay home. Those orders cover 75 million people across the United States. New York's governor today telling non-essential businesses in his state to reduce their workforce to 0.
These are not helpful hints. This is not if you really want to be a great citizen. There are legal provisions. They will be enforced. There will be a civil fine and mandatory closure for any business that is not in compliance. Again, your actions can affect my health. That's where we are.
But President Trump saying these orders will not
go national.
We believe that we're prepared for the fall. We believe that we're in a better position than we've ever been to combat COVID-19. And that's because of the work that the president has done. There's going to be new vaccine that's going to be available mid-September. We have really put informing Americans as a priority. And so we'll continue to do that. We know that COVID-19 vaccinations are the safest protection for avoiding hospitalization, long-term health outcomes, and death, and that is why we are going to continue to encourage Americans to stay up to date on their vaccines.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home. Because the critical thing we must do to stop the disease spreading between households. That is why people will only be allowed to leave their home for the following very limited purposes. Shopping for basic necessities as infrequently as possible. One form of exercise a day, for example, a run, walk or cycle, alone or with members of your household. Any medical need to provide care or to help a vulnerable person, and travelling to and from work, but only where this is absolutely necessary and cannot be done from home. That's all. These are the only reasons you should leave your home. You should not be leaving.
So I know a lot of people right now are kind of self-quarantining or isolating themselves, keeping their kids at home. But if you're in an area where not a lot of people are, it's good to get your kids out and get some fresh air and go for a walk if not a lot of people are going to be around, right?
100% agree. You can be outside, just don't go to places where there's a lot of people. Just like you said, if you go for a hike and there's nobody there, if you go on the greenway and there's nobody there, please be outside. Sunshine is amazing for the immune system, as is being outside. Being outside is amazing for anxiety, which I'm going to say is very high at the moment.
My biggest concern, investments on AI to make machines smarter. There's no limit to the amount of money that's been pumped into it. The investment in HI to make humans smarter, human intelligence, that's just sad. It's sad that we're going to live in a world right around the corner where machines will be more articulate, analytical, critical thinking, banter ability, contextual, deep understanding, while we have resorted to short tweets, emojis, memes, and stickers to communicate.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, can help recognize patterns faster and better than most people in traditional research can. AI is created by training a computer program to make independent decisions based on lots and lots of data, and telling the program to correct itself whenever it makes the wrong call. The LSU Deep Drug team trained their AI to recognize the effects of antiviral peptides, or AVPs, which can slow or stop coronavirus from replicating and spreading in and between human cells. Then, they had their AI comb through 14,000 FDA-approved drugs and 800,000 others.
say a few things this morning about Alexei Navalny. You know, like millions of people around the world, I'm literally both not surprised and outraged by the news. Reported death of Alexei Navalny. He bravely stood up
In a matter of days, Dr. Li Wenliang went from treating patients to becoming one. The 34-year-old ophthalmologist diagnosed Saturday with the Wuhan coronavirus, dying less than a week later in the same hospital in which he worked. But if action had been taken when he and others started sounding alarms, the severity of the outbreak might have been understood sooner. Struggling to communicate, Li spoke with CNN briefly by phone on January 31st. You could hear the hospital machines pulsing in the background. It was back in late December when Li first warned friends on WeChat about a SARS-like disease going around. Li sent a group message saying that a test result from a patient quarantined at the hospital where he worked showed a patient had a coronavirus. But hours after hitting send, Wuhan city health officials tracked Li down, questioning where he got the information. Within days, they closed the suspected source of the virus, this seafood market, and they announced the outbreak. But instead of being praised, Li got a call from Wuhan City Police. With Li coughing too much and breathing too loud.
There are surely not many silver linings in this pandemic, but one of them is that in less than a year, not only did science manage to decode the virus, but multiple vaccines were also designed, tested, and are now out there making a difference. That's just one example where the use of artificial intelligence helped speed up the fight against COVID-19. With us now for more on how AI is helping, from the provincial capital in Riverdale, we welcome Nahed Kurji, co-founder of the biotech firm Cyclica that uses AI to accelerate drug development. And in the annex, Marzia Qassimi, professor of computer science and medicine at the University of Toronto. She's also the CFAR AI chair at the U of T's Vector Institute.
That's my gift in life, eh?
Mr. President, first Detroit Auto Show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody's being in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing, and I think this is a perfect example of it.